Well, you shouldn't have lied from the start, Vanessa. You shouldn't have cut me off. You shouldn't have did what you did, man.
So, everybody, how would you feel if your child came to you and said, "Why doesn't Daddy love me?" Wow. I mean, that's harsh reality for my next guest, Vanessa. She joins us today from Fairhope, Alabama. You see, Vanessa's fiance, Bruce, has serious questions about whether her daughter, Ainsley, is his or not. You see, Vanessa admittedly once told him that he wasn't the father to try and hurt him. And today, that mistake still haunts her.
Me and Bruce were high school sweethearts, and even though we lost contact throughout the years, I still thought of him. So when we reconnected 6 years later, I was so happy. I was in a really bad relationship. I never thought I could love again. I fell in love with Bruce. I wanted a baby and he did, and I thought this would be a second chance for us. When I was 3 months pregnant, I found out that he cheated on me. My heart was so broken. In order to protect myself, I told him that she wasn't his. I lied to him in order to get him out of my life. I am determined to prove that Bruce is Ainsley's father. And my daughter deserves to be respected and loved. And that's what she needs to get from him.
Vanessa, tell us what it's been like for you.
It's really been hard because, like, that's my little girl, and, you know, I really love her, and I can feel her pain, and, like, right now...
Did she really say, "Why doesn't Daddy love me"?
Yes, she does. She'll ask and say, like, she goes to my mom, and she'll just be like, "Grandma, why doesn't Daddy love me?" Or, why is he so mean to me?
Well, let's back up here. You say you were high school sweethearts, then you went your separate ways.
Yes.
Were you hesitant to start dating him again?
Very much so. I had previously been in a relationship that was really bad. I really wasn't ready and prepared to be in another relationship with a man, and at that, I knew my feelings would be involved, and they were involved.
So what happened was you finally reconnected, and you say that the first time you all went out and made love, you got pregnant.
Yes, absolutely. The very first night. We planned it. We had planned her before that night, and that night actually is the night that it happened. And 3 months later... You
plan to have a baby with me and another man?
No, I didn't plan on having a baby with another man. I planned on having a baby with you because I already had a baby with the other man. I didn't want to go through that again. Why would I want to go through that again? Like, you were supposed to be, like, helping me, like, not go through that again.
But you didn't tell Bruce about the pregnancy in the beginning, right? You waited until you were 3 months pregnant.
I was scared, and plus he was talking to other females. Like, there was always constantly another female. He wasn't ready for a relationship.
We weren't dating.
I was already being... I know we weren't dating, but I was already being faithful to you. Like, I'd already put everything to the side for you.
But I told you from the start.
So then...
It doesn't matter. I can't control my feelings. I can't control that. My heart was involved.
Then you made the biggest mistake you've ever made, and you regret it. What was the mistake?
I lied, and I told him that it was possibly not his, or she wasn't his, and really, in reality... I had not been with nobody 2 years prior to that, and I was just scared because my heart was, like, there. I felt that feeling again of being in love all over again, and I told myself I would not ever fall in love again or jump into that, and that's what happened. My feelings got involved real quick.
So the rest of your pregnancy, he wasn't around?
No, I completely cut him off.
You cut him off completely?
Yes, that's when I had
He didn't even know when you had the baby?
There was no Facebook. There was no phone. I told my friends to completely, like, if he asked about me, don't say anything about me. I didn't want nothing to do with him. I wanted him out of my life. Like, I really
That's why I know, Vanessa, I'm not the daddy.
You are the dad. Okay. Well, I know you're the dad because I had not been with nobody 2 years prior to that. So I know you are. I was the one getting hurt, not you. So, yes, I lied. And I hate that I did that. It comes back to me today because 4 years later, we're still going through this. And Ainsley's the one getting hurt, not you.
So everybody has to know that you had an emergency C-section.
Yes.
And finally, when did Bruce finally meet Ainsley?
She was 2 weeks old. Actually, we both met her around the same time because when I had her, I was not able to see her. She immediately went to another hospital, and I was at the hospital I was at because I had diabetes, and so it was really bad. So around the time that she came home, it was just a few days after I actually met her. Other than that, I only seen her through videos and pictures.
So everybody has to know that you and Bruce have gotten back together, right?
Yes, we did after Ainsley.
Right. So after Ainsley was born, you got together. You've been together.
6 years.
You have another son with Bruce.
Yes, we do.
Which he does not deny. In fact, your son sleeps with you, but he doesn't want Ainsley to sleep with you, right?
Yes, correct.
In fact, he favored...
She actually, like, he favored... And it's my son. Like, I love my son with all my heart. I don't love any of my kids any different. But the way he treats BJ is disgusting to me, as in how he leaves Ainsley out of everything. He's allowed to get away with things, and she can't. Even if she doesn't do anything, it's still her fault. And she can't play with his toys, but he can play with hers. If Ainsley does anything small, it's the biggest deal ever, and he pretty much like just is so rude to her and tells her to get away, get out. Like, it's always get out, get out, get out, get out.
You think Ainsley and Bruce look alike?
Oh, absolutely, yes. Yeah.
He thinks she has the wrong eye color.
That's because in my side of the family, I prayed for her eye color, honestly. My dad passed away and my grandma, and they both had blue eyes. And I prayed for my next kid because I didn't think I could have any more to have blue eyes. And that's what I got. I got a blue-eyed little girl. And he wants to deny that because of the other guy that he thinks, because all his kids being blue-eyed, he thinks that's part of it, but it's not. Too. He didn't even believe his kids were his, so it doesn't even matter. Blue eyes can happen.
Now
you're hurting me. You're hurting her. You're hurting me. You can never just accept the fact that yes, there is a possibility, and it is 100% yours, that you are her father. I'm sorry if you don't want to be, then tell me that, because that's a difference between.
I never said I didn't want to be.
No, but you act like it.
Bruce, now let's be truthful with each other. You treat your son differently than you treat your daughter?
I'll be honest about that, Maury. You know, it's not something that I want to do. It's just the pain inside of me is not letting me give her the full love and attention that she deserves.
Right. But you know that little girl's 4 years old now, so she feels it.
Yes, sir.
You know she feels the way that you feel about your son versus her. She sees it.
Yes, she feels it all the way. I
bet you feel bad about that.
I do. You know, I just don't show raw emotion like Vanessa want me to, but it hurts me on the inside, you know, and I just need to know the truth, man, because I want to be her father. I want to be there for her in the fullness, but...
Right.
She's there for you. She's always has your
Bruce,
side.
why don't you believe the DNA test you all took?
I'm going to be honest with you, Maury. We took that DNA test. I feel like she switched my swab out with her oldest son, which is her ex's son, the one who we talking about now, who might be Ainsley's father. Okay. I feel like she swapped our swabs out.
Who can do that with DNA? How do you do that? Because it's your social, your name, everything. I could go to jail for that.
If the results come back that you're Ainsley's father, is this all going to end?
I'm going to go home, and I'm going to give my daughter a big kiss, and I'm going to apologize to her.
She deserves more than that, but okay.
Well,
you just don't understand. She loves you so much, dude, and you know that she's always talking about you being daddy, and daddy this, and daddy that, and I love daddy. Take it up for
you. Well, you shouldn't have lied from the start, Vanessa. You shouldn't have cut me off. You shouldn't have did what you did, man.
You should have freaking at least, if you were going to
you want to play baby games, I'm not the one for baby games.
You should treat her as a child, even if she wasn't.
I can settle this right now, okay? Here we go.
Okay.
In the case of 4-year-old Ainsley, Bruce, you are the father.
Thank you. Thank you. Like I've been saying, I had to go all the way to this point to get you to know this.
Ainsley, I love you, baby. Daddy's sorry.
No.
Daddy's sorry. He'll apologize big time.
There you go.
She will have this for the rest of her life, Bruce.
And by the way, Bruce, let her jump up on the bed and sleep with you, okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay. You are not the father.